The Washington Post just had a huge layoff situation. They fired mad people over.
I just got laid off.
AI and automation are replacing work operations, reporting, customer support.
Is not the time to quit. Please hold on to it with everything that you have. And if you have any sort of income available to you, whether it's like a side hustle or driving Uber, use it.
Time they're going to step over your unemployed body to make those shareholders happy.
Off via email.
108,000 people lost their jobs in January alone.
I just got fired.
Free agent, unemployed.
I just got laid off. I just got laid off. I thought 2026 was gonna be my year. Now I'm unemployed. Oh my god. Like, is this a prank? Am I missing something? Like, what? I don't even know how I feel. Anger, I'm sad, I'm scared. This job, it fell into my lap when I was desperate, when I really needed it. So I gave it my all. I gave it all my energy. I spent so much time learning and perfecting the craft so that I could be good at what I do. But while giving it everything, I lost myself. It's like I became a robot. Like, I would just show up. I would dread every single day. Mondays were my worst enemy. I dreaded that day, pretending I was okay, but I would really just go on break quickly and go cry in the bathroom. And yes, I told my managers, they were very aware of how I was feeling. They saw my downfall compared to when I first started to now. Like, I was miserable at that job, but at the end of the day, the bills still gotta get paid. Life goes on. I don't know if it's like a trauma bond or something, but it's scary. Like, what the is happening right now? I'm like, I can't even believe that this is happening right now. I have no job.
But what's happening right now, it's not by accident. And believe it or not, it's not just the black woman. All people are going through this. And not even just women. And I got to say this, right? Because I had a consultation recently. And I actually had a consultation with a black woman. And she saw that I listed this many months ago. I talked about the same topic. I'm having this discussion now because a lot of people need to know, like, she couldn't believe my fingers on her pulse because you see me on YouTube, but a lot of people may not know. I moved to the Philippines in 2015. The reason why is because I secured an income online and I showed her why there's a job decrease. I showed her how people overseas making $75 an hour. I even show how 2 weeks ago, I got an offer $100,000 a year over that, and I turned it down. These are things I teach. I teach how to hire people to work for you and not a regular job like in a job market. Opportunities online. There's a ton of them. Also, I teach how to get a job, and also I teach how to do your taxes correctly and pretty much pay no taxes. All of this for only $125. It's a steal. So for anybody going through any problems, anybody that just faced the recent job loss, link is in the description. Also, you'll see it in the comments. Also, you'll see it everywhere. Also, you'll see it in the video.
I have no source of income. Oh my God. What is actually happening? I know that everything happens for a reason. I'm trying to stay positive here. You're telling me this is what was meant to happen. This is what was meant to happen. 2026, the year that Aaliyah is ready to go all in, no excuses, no free, and I lose my job. It's like a weird roller coaster of emotions because I hated that routine that I was just stuck in where I did nothing but live for that job. I woke up last minute, did nothing with my mornings 80% of the time, would skip breakfast because of how late I woke up, would show up at the office and be miserable from 9 to 5, and then come home, eat supper, shower, sleep, repeat. Like, I have no life. All of 2025, I've spent it isolating myself. I haven't been spending time with my friends. I haven't been seeing family. I haven't been doing anything for myself. I don't have any hobbies. Other than creating content, what have I been doing? Nothing. I've been living for this job that doesn't give a about me. And they just dump me like that. Just like that. Cheers to being unemployed. Damn.
And you see what she said? That's not even the start of it. Well, it is the start of it. First, they started with firing black ladies. Now, they're about to fire everybody. Look at this.
What I'm about to tell you is a critical warning. That's not a suggestion. It's a command. Stop thinking your job is safe. While you weren't looking, it started. They're calling it a correction. It's a massacre. Look at this. 108,000 people lost their jobs in January alone. That's a 136% jump from just the month before. We haven't seen anything like this since the Great Recession. It's that bad. And look, it's hitting every major sector.
Since the Great Recession, and you saw what dates he showed. 2009, it's happening in 2026, but it may not happen fully. It may happen not too far from maybe 2027. Winter's here.
Tech, retail, finance, there's nowhere to hide.
These companies are making plenty of money. They're just cutting jobs to make even more. But the layoffs themselves, that's not what should really scare you. It's what's next.
This is the real trap, because once you're out, there's no way back in. Job openings are at a 4-year low. People are so scared they won't even quit terrible jobs. If you get fired today, you're not looking at next month. You're looking at a year. Maybe.
They're manipulating the numbers to keep you quiet. It's a lot.
I'm not gonna talk about it, right? Because you already know they want experience. You know what I also showed the girl? I showed her how, for instance, if look at PayPal, there's Filipinos handling customer service for PayPal. There's people online working for major companies. So the company doesn't need to pay the overhead. They've gone totally online. And with people that are more reliable and people that are less expensive. I saw BPO companies go from 0 to 3 million in 3 years. All with Filipino workers. If you look up all of the top call centers, they're all in the Philippines.
Do not fall for it. They don't count the millions who've just given up, or the professionals now driving for Uber. So, what is this? It's a silent depression. That's what we're walking right into. So listen to me. Your entire financial future depends on what you do right now.
You need to stop. No new car, no mortgage. Assume that next paycheck is not coming.
And please, understand this. The tsunami isn't coming. It is here, right now.
There is no in-between. You have to make a choice, and you have to make it now.
Let's talk about who's most at risk for 2026 layoffs. This is not about intelligence or effort. It's about how companies are redesigning work. First are middle managers. Companies are flattening org charts. That means fewer people managing people and more individual contributors carrying broader responsibilities. If your role exists mainly to pass information up and down, it's being questioned. And second is roles with repeatable, process-heavy tasks. AI and automation are replacing work operations, reporting, customer support, and parts of marketing and finance. It's not about being replaced overnight. It's about being reduced over time. And third is internal support roles that aren't revenue facing. When companies cut costs, they protect revenue first and trim support second. This includes HR, recruiting, learning and development, DEI, internal communications roles. Fourth is highly paid roles with a narrow scope. Leadership wants fewer specialists and more adaptable skill sets. Versatility is becoming more valuable than title. More resilient roles tend to be those that directly drive revenue, solve complex problems, work with AI instead of competing against it, and adapt across all functions. Being at risk doesn't mean you're doomed. It means you need to be intentional. Ask yourself, if my role disappeared tomorrow, what skills would I still bring to the table? That answer matters more than your job title.
January and how quickly AI is advancing, it looks like we're entering a point of no return, as in governments may have to introduce universal basic income.
I gotta say this because she just spoke, and you hear she said universal basic income. Elon Musk was talking about it. And one thing I told the girl in the consultation, one thing AI can't replace is originality. And what they said was things that make money for the company. What companies are doing, they're going to say, show me how you can do before what took you 2 weeks in 10 minutes. That's what's happening. And then I proceeded to show her how to do that. $50. You know, I also told her as well, I'm going to create a second channel. Actually, I'm going to create a Patreon where I'm going to talk about these things. I'm going to have like a package for like 15 just to get my content and see all my videos that I don't post. And then I'm going to have it 25. You get all of my programs for 25 a month. All of my programs. And then 50, I get 4 meetings a month. Because we're at a time right now in this day and age where it's needed. Seriously, guys, I saw this happening back in 2013 when everybody was shifting from working in the office to online. I'm a millennial, right? So we were the first, like one of the first, we were the first generation that said, screw work. We knew we weren't getting retirement money. I went out and created my own retirement money. I teach guys that. For instance, I literally pay myself my own retirement money. I teach that all for $25. And the reason why I teach it, because it's needed right now in this day and age. It really is.
Because there may not be enough jobs for all of us to work. So if you do have a job right now, now is not the time to quit. Please hold on to it with everything that you have. And if you have any sort of income available to you, whether it's like a side hustle or driving Uber, use it. Use your skills now to make as much money as you can while you still can. Because the world as we know it, meaning pre-AI, looks like it's just not going to be coming back.
It's not going to be the same, yeah.
So this isn't to make you panic. It's to help you start preparing.
Yeah. People really do need to prepare. And a lot of ladies, it's was spoken of. You know, you guys say it all the time. You guys said it in my last video too. Kevin Samuels warned about this. And not just him, other guys warned about it. I knew this was happening. I knew this was happening in 2013. Like I knew why people weren't getting hired. Because I saw everybody getting hired online. While people weren't getting hired, people were making millions of dollars online. Ain't that something? People can't get a job and people making millions. Crazy.
Last Friday, and to be honest, I don't even know how I feel. I am currently sitting outside of a FedEx about to drop off my laptop. They're probably like, why the heck does she still have our property sitting out back? And I feel like my nervous system has been absolutely obliterated by being in the corporate sphere. Being a Black woman in corporate America is obviously not for the weak, but at this moment, I hate that I've allowed a job to have so much power over me, but I feel like a failure. I remember when I first entered this corporate workforce, 6-7 years ago when I had a ship. I was in Dallas and there was a Black lady. She was C-suite. I was under her wing and I was so inspired. I was like, I want to be her when I grow up. And I'm realizing now I don't want to climb the corporate ladder. I feel like I have wasted the past 6-7 years of my career trying to fit myself into a career path that maybe is not for me, maybe I'm not strong enough to play the corporate game because y'all, they got me good. As my uncle would say, don't get got. I feel like I got in the worst ways. And by got, it's just the insane amount of microaggressions I experienced at this current position, but then also at my previous position, which I was, because I jumped right next into the role that I was just in now. And to be honest, I have no urgency to go back into corporate. Like, even the way I'm talking now, I'm like, why am I speaking like this? I have not gone on LinkedIn and updated I'm open to work with that little green circle. I haven't updated my resume. My nervous system is in absolute shambles, and I feel like I need a break and to really reevaluate what it is that I'm doing professionally, because something about corporate America, it's the ticket people I gotta get out here. For some reason, I've allowed these jobs to give me an amount of imposter syndrome that I didn't know was possible. For some, I feel like I am untalented, unskilled, not smart enough. And I don't know why, because I don't walk the world feeling that way. It's every minute I open this laptop and log in, I'm like, maybe I'm not good enough to be here. It's not that anyone else in the room is smarter than me. The fact that some people in the room are just very insistent on making me feel that way, and I just can't keep operating in that space. I will say with this last job, I love my manager, and we knew the layoffs were impending. It's due to budget and nothing to do with performance. But still, it just felt like a slow death, and I was just waiting to be taken out to the back like a horse. Because I wasn't ready to look for a new job. I was just like, I can't just keep going from one job I know I'm gonna hate to another job I know I'm gonna hate. And now I need to figure out what the heck is next for me. I will say one thing about corporate America, the golden handcuffs are real. I feel very lucky with the pay that I was getting, that I've been able to create a very safe and healthy nest egg to take some time off, because my mental health is actually really bad right now. And I will say, having the past couple of days off, I feel like I'm able to see colors again. So yeah, professionally, I do not know what is next for me. I feel like I've always been a bit more of a creative / storyteller. And that's what I was doing in my roles from a more strategic standpoint. But maybe I get back on my YouTube. Maybe I take this serious, this content stuff. But y'all, I don't freaking know. If you do know anyone that's hiring in social media in about 6 months or so, go ahead and send me that information, because I probably will be singing a different tune at some point. That's the thing about corporate America. The benefits are sometimes too good. I am a free agent, unemployed.
So this was me back in 2012, right? That's when I left my corporate job. I was working at Cablevision, and I left. And I'll tell you guys what I did. What I did was, I was working there. I got written up, right? I was trying to transfer into another department. So when you get written up, you can't transfer for at least 6 months. So what I did, I learned the trick from another sales agent I work with. I learned how to, when you get commission, right? They take like around 45% of your check because they count it as a gift. So the way to get most of your money is, say if I got a 5,000 commission, I would bump it up to my 401k to the highest point. So I got all of that commission money before they took money out my check. So I did that for about 2 years. So what happened is, within that 2 years, I said, the next thing that happens, I'm leaving. Guess what? Something happened. Guess what I did? I left with like $12,000 in my 401k. That was enough for me to leave and start over with something new. I left from there 2012. By 2013, I was working online. By 2015, I was here in the Philippines, because you got to do something. As she said, she wants to go to YouTube. I was here in the Philippines. I jumped on YouTube ASAP. 2016, I'm on YouTube. That's why I'm here now. I've been doing YouTube since 2016 and monetized since then.
So I just got let go from my job. I could sit here right now and talk about the supervision that I was under and how I believe that greatly impacted me. But I'm not going to do that. Today is February 26th, and without a warning, without an explanation, I was let go. The next time I make a video like this, I'll be employed. I'm about to catch my train. Mind you, I live all the way in Brooklyn, and they know this, and they waited for me to take a 2-hour commute to let me go.
Discomfort. I learned how to. I can't wait to post all the highs and lows.
Guys, you are looking at the next License Master Social. Oh my god. So this is what it gave. I feel like I give off young preppy girl vibe.
Yeah, she felt like she gave her life and soul. And that's how it feels, you know? You give your life and soul and you get nothing back. And I just gotta show more proof. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I have to do it. I do because people need to know. They need to know there's hope out there, right? So while you see everything's happening in the West, I gotta show you guys this because this is real. What I tell you guys, I'm not looking to work online, right? I'm not. I'm looking to help teach because my expertise is needed. So look at this, guys. I did sales, but look, this role has a generous base salary and uncapped commissions. Both are flexible in talent and previous and based on talent and previous experience. So I have on my profile 25 an hour because usually I charge 25 an hour commission. That adds up to about 50 an hour, like around 100,000 a year, right? So he saw my experience online. That's why he sent me the offer. So you think I'm not getting that 30? I'm definitely getting that 30. And it's more than 30 hours a week. So that means 40 hours, right? More than 6 months. So he's looking to hire me long term, especially if I perform well. I've been doing it since 1999. So what do they see? Experience. That's who they're hiring. People with experience.
Layoffs are done. You are already behind what's coming. I'm gonna say this real slow because some people are still pretending that everything is fine. A shift is happening in the labor market, folks, and it's a real shift. And if you don't have the knowledge for it, it's still gonna run you over. So I lost my job last year and all the hoopla, right? And every week I'm talking to somebody that either got laid off and lost their job, or they know somebody that lost their job. Whether it's government, tech, manufacturing, y'all see all the names, it doesn't really matter, right?
Man, so look at this 307,000, 78,000, 30,000 from Amazon, 25,000 from Intel, 20,000 from Nissan, 16,000 from Nestle, Microsoft 15,000. Yeah, guys, like all those IT jobs, that's going over to AI. Like I know a lot of guys are getting an IT licenses. Pretty soon that's going to be null and void. The only thing AI can't replace, and I said it to people when I had a consultation, is originality. Dell, Verizon, Accenture, Ford, they all can use AI. Novo, Microsoft, Salesforce, all AI. IBM, AI. American Airlines, Paramount, Target, not necessarily AI, but General Motors, they can use AI. Applied Materials, Kroger, 1,000 employees. It's happening all across the board.
Right? It's everywhere. Now, some people keep saying it's AI, it's AI, it's AI. I'm like, nope, that's not it. AI is the excuse, but profit is the actual reason why so many layoffs are happening.
Of course, they're going to receive more profit because AI is so much cheaper. Like even what I pay for, right? What I pay for, like editors. Like I have editors and I pay my editors. And I also pay my editors to do work for me. And yeah, that's what they're working on. That's what hiring people, guys. So there is a new AI platform that can cut my videos for me. So pretty soon, I'm not going to need them to do that for me. I'm going to have them do other things. So what's going to happen? That means I'm not going to need as much people because of AI. It is AI, lady. It really is.
These companies are not choosing between you and technology. They are choosing between you and their profit margin.
Of course, it's
and every
money.
time they're going to step over your unemployed body to make those shareholders happy. And be clear, the government is not stopping it. They're leading the charge because now the mentality is profits and politics over people. And I'm just wondering how much loss America can absorb before it's not sustainable. Because rent, mortgage, groceries, insurance, all of that is going to collide all at the same time. So if you've been laid off, I see you, okay? And if you haven't been laid off yet, be honest. Is it feeling like any day now it could happen to you? Told y'all, this is not random. This is exactly how the system is supposed to work to keep the rich rich. Now the question is, how long are we expected to just take it?
This is how the Washington Post is doing employees. So you guys may or may not have heard that the Washington Post just had a huge layoff situation. They fired